Day 2008 by Sonoma Valley High School students and later presented to the community as Sonoma's first Mexican ballet folklorico. The land is Sonoma's official ballet folklorico for Latin cultural events such as
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Casasa Checking. Casasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits, or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Casasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Casasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
Friday night Stomper baseball from Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Jacob Cox and Gabe Kadich, former teammates at Cal State Monterey Bay, facing off on the hill tonight. the first place Stompers by 7.5 games with a record of 36-14, with the magic number sitting at 7, looking to get back to the winning ways after 2 losses in a row. And Napa, 3 games under 500 at 24-27, sit 12.5 games back of first place, but right in the mix of things. Here in the Pacific Association, sitting at 4th place. For us out with you here tonight, everybody, Cox and Kadich. Cox making his 6th start, his 15th overall appearance, 3-0 with a 3.43 ERA. And here's the lineup he'll face, as announced by Napa manager Tito Fuentes Jr. Dakota Connors will lead things off at shortstop. Sean Jackson will hit second and center, and Josh Montalongo will bat third over at first base. Nico Tony is the cleanup man. He'll do the catching tonight, with first-timer Brian Morley, the DH, hitting 5th. Dom Bethencourt will bat 6th at third. Nick Olch will hit 7th in left field. Malvin Nunez will play second and hit 8th, and Jordan Anderson will round out the lineup in right field against Jacob Cox, the 6'5" right-hander from Fresno, California. Making his 4th start against Napa and his 6th overall start of the season. He's 1-0 in those 3 starts. Previously is Jacob Cox, the tall right-hander. Out of the windup, he works to the right-handed, hitting Dakota Connors, in the first pitch misses inside at 6-12 first pitch. 75 degrees here from Palooza Park at Arnold Field. 1 ball and no strikes on Connors, hitting at 272. No home runs and 15 RBIs for Connors, as Cox's fastball catches the outside corner, 1-1. Jacob Cox, the fastball cutter slider. The occasional changeup for the tall right-hander is 1-1 pitch. That's a slider to Connors, swung through and missed, and the count is 1-2. Did not make a professional start until the 30th of June this year. Jacob Cox in his 4th season as a professional baseball player, the 4th year with the Stompers, and the 1-2 pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 1-2. In that first professional start, it was against San Rafael on the road. He went 4 no-hit innings, finished 5 innings in that game, allowed 2 hits. Got the win in his first career start. Comes in 3-0 with a 3.43 ERA, striking out 32 and walking 26 and 39 and a third. His 1-2 pitch to Dakota Connors is rolled foul along third. 39 and a third, 24 runs, 15 of them earned on 33 hits against Jacob Cox. He finally separated the strikeout to walk numbers that were pretty much even through the first 5 starts. He has Connors 1-2 to open the ball game. Right-handed hitting shortstop for Napa here tonight. Cox on 1-2, and Connors sprays it foul down the right field line. 10-4, that's the record against Napa this year. 6-2 here at home. 4 of those losses came in a row. Stompers could not beat Napa toward the end of July. Last time these two teams played on the 5th of this month of August, and the Stompers came out on top 13-3 in that ball game. Here's the 1-2 again. Connors takes a little bit high, a fastball from Jacob Cox, and we're even at 2-2. Connors, Jackson, Montalongo, Tony, Morley, Bethencourt, Olch, Nunez, and Anderson for Tito Fuentes tonight, with Gabe Kadich, the right-hander, on the hill. Cox on 2-2 to Connors. That pitch is hit in the air out to right center field. Williams over toward the gap. He is right in front of the wall, and it's off the top of the wall. Connors is digging for second. Now he's headed to third. Here's the throw into third from Williams on 1 hop. It's up the line, and Dakota Connors has a leadoff triple to open the ball game. Cody Bishop last night led off the game for Salina with a double off the right center field, while this time Connors goes the other way tonight. A triple for Connors, and an early man in scoring position for Napa, and Sean Jackson will come to the plate. Jackson at 245. He's driven in 4 runs this year. 3 of them have come against the Stompers. The early trouble for Cox to work out of here in the top of the first inning. No score as he works from the stretch, and his first pitch to Sean Jackson is high ball 1. Stompers winners of 7 of their last 10, but losers of 2 straight. Napa have won just 2 of their last 10 and have lost 4 in a row. So somebody's going to break that losing streak tonight as Cox misses inside to Jackson, a cutter. And the count is 2-0. Magic number down to 7 tonight. Game number 51, so 14 left to play. Stompers have to go 500 to clinch here on out. The pitch is in the dirt. That gets past Bronson Butcher. And just like that, Napa takes a 1-0 lead. The count is 3-0 on Sean Jackson. Pitch low. Butcher couldn't handle it. 1-0 Napa. And once again, the Stompers will have to play from behind. Salina put up 2 in the first inning last night. Ended a 1-run ball game. Stompers 1 run short, and the 3-0 to Jackson is inside and a 4-pitch walk. Good spot for Cox to miss on the inner half to Jackson. First walk issued by Cox, and now here's Josh Montalongo. 298 hitter Montalongo. Tied for first with 16 home runs, and he's driven in 44. That's third best in the league. So the triple, ball in the dirt, scores the run, and then Jackson works a 4-pitch walk. The cut fastball, too. Josh Montalongo misses outside ball 1. Sean Johnson for Napa was promoted. They had Sean Jackson and Sean Johnson. Silverados have promoted 3 players here as of late. The 1-0 to Montalongo fouled away 1-1. Of course, Sam Curtis and Sean Johnson, and then Justin Bird, the most recent, promoted to the Texas Air Hogs of the American Association, so Bird no longer in the Silverado uniform. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count on Josh Montalongo. The power threat from the right side, the 1-1. That's hit well to left, and Montalongo has his league-leading 17th home run, a 2-run shot off of Jacob Cox to left, and Napa's up 3-0. A 2-run home run for Montalongo, and off the bat he knew it, and so did everybody in the ballpark. '17th home run. Montalongo's now driven in 46. The base is empty, still nobody out. And here comes the cleanup hitter, Nico Tony. 3-0 Silverados early, and Stompers have yet to record it out, and Cox misses high and away with a cut fastball to Tony, 1-0. 274 for Tony with 2 home runs. One of those of the walk-off variety. Butcher sets the target, and the 1-0 pitch is hit in the air to center field, right at Matt Hibbert. He'll come on, and it'll fall in front for a base hit. Not hit all that hard off the bat of Nico Tony. Line drive into center for a base hit, and now here's the designated hitter, Brian Morley. Defensively for the Stompers, Jacob Barfield is in left, Matt Hibbert's in center, Miles Williams is in right. Quincer and Romero on the left side, Gata and Gillespie on the right side, and Bronson Butcher back behind the plate here tonight. Already 3-0 Napa if you're just joining us. Connors tripled off the right center field wall. Scored on a ball in the dirt. Jackson walked, and Montalongo a monster 2-run home run. The first pitch to Brian Morley's on the outside corner, strike 1. First man that Jacob Cox has gotten ahead of 0-1 here in the first inning. Morley in his first game, right-handed hitter. The 0-1 from Cox in the dirt, and Butcher somehow smothers it. Now a snap throw back to first, and that's not in time. Short hop to Bronson Butcher. He came off of his feet, kept it in front. Trying to get Tony leaking away from first base, but the throw was late. One ball and 1 strike on Brian Morley, the designated hitter in his first game. Just activated. Cox from the stretch on 1-1. Morley hits a high chopper up the middle. Romero behind near second will field. He'll step on the bag and throw to first in a 6-3 double play. So much needed pair of outs for Cox here in the first inning. Romero fields right by the second base bag, steps on the bag, and throws Morley out at first. So a twin killing 6-3, and now Dominic Bethencourt will come up. 237 for Bethencourt. 4 home runs and 17 RBIs for Bethencourt. Right-handed hitter, base is empty, 2 out. Napa on top 3-0 here in the top of the first. First pitch to Bethencourt from Cox, a fastball on the outside corner, called a strike. No balls, one strike to count. Cox back out of the windup. His 0-1 pitch to Bethencourt on the ground to third. Quitzer will field on 2 hops. His throw to first in time. That ends the inning. But Napa scores 3 times. Capped off by the Josh Montalongo 2-run home run. He leads the league with 17. Gatta, Barfield, and Quitzer, and the rest of the Stomper lineup when we come back right here on Sonoma TV and on the Stompers Radio Network.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Nick Gatta leads us off in the bottom of the first inning, and the rest of the lineup, as announced by manager Zach Payson, presented by Sotheby's International Realty, it goes Gatta at second. Then Jacob Barfield hits second in left field. Chris Quitzer bats third at third, with Brent Gillespie hitting cleanup over at first base. Miles Williams hits fifth and right. Pedro Barrios, the DH, will hit sixth. Matt Hibbert, on his 31st birthday, will play center field and bat seventh. Bronson Butcher will catch and hit eighth. And then Rayson Romero rounds out the lineup at shortstop against Gabe Kadich, and his first pitch to Nick Gatta misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Kadich at 5'10", 180 pounds from San Jose, California, in his third game, second start. No record, an ERA of 4.5. Works from the windup. His 1-0 pitch to Gatta. Tails outside. Ball 2. Gatta second in the league with a 364 average. Leads the league with a 544 on base. Bethencourt at third, in on the grass for Gadich's 2-0, and Gatta takes low, ball 3. Also leads the league with 63 walks, chasing Zach Pace, his manager, who walked 84 times. That's the league record. That was during an 80-game season, though, as the 3-0 pitch to Gatta here misses low, and a 4-pitch walk, his 64th walk of the season, and the Stompers have a base runner. If you're just tuning in, it's 3-0 Napa in the bottom of the first inning. Ball in the dirt, scored Dakota Connors after he tripled, and then the 2-run home run by Dominic Bethencourt. Make that Josh Montalongo, that homer, not Bethencourt. Bethencourt's over at third, playing back now with Barfield at the plate. Barfield, 261. He's third in the league with 15 home runs after hitting 2 last night. He's driven in 31. Kadich will see him out of the stretch for the first time, in his first pitch to Barfield, a fastball fouled straight back to the screen. Stompers 85 home runs as a team. That leads the league. They've hit 18 in the last 6 games. 0-1 the count on Jacob Barfield, right-handed hitter. The second spot of the lineup for the second night in a row, the 0-1. On the outside corner says Gary Frieders, and the count is 0-2. Frieders calls balls and strikes, and Ron Adams is in the field tonight. Other game in the league, San Rafael's hosting Vallejo. That will be a good one tonight, as we'll keep our eyes on that ball game over in San Rafael, they're 7.5 back with a 29-22 record, but Vallejo with the 27-24. They're just 2 games out of second place, chasing San Rafael hot on their heels, really. The 0-2 to Barfield's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Vallejo has won 3 in a row. They snapped the Stomper 5-game win streak on Tuesday night. 1 ball, 2 strikes with Gotta at first and nobody out. Here's the pitch, and Barfield pulls a curveball along third, foul. Count stays at 1-2. Kadich has started against the Stompers 1 time this year. It was on opening night when he was a member of the Salina Stockade. He got the win in that game. Pitching 5 innings, allowing 4 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 3 and walked 2. Way back on June 1st. The 1-2 pitch to Barfield off the outside corner, 2-2. Kadich in 12 innings with Napa has allowed 8 runs, 6 earned on 13 hits. He struck out 8 and now walked 6 after the leadoff walk to Nick Gata, who's over at first. Montalongo holds him on. A lot of room in right center. Jackson in center field playing Barfield in the pull side gap. Kadich on 2-2, and Barfield hits it down the left field line. That's hooking toward the corner, and that will one hop off the wall. Gata's headed for third. The throw in from Olche is late, and Jacob Barfield has a double, and the Stompers have second and third and nobody out. Barfield's 9th double of the season. He one-hops it off the left field wall, and here comes Chris Quitzer. Boy, Quitzer has had long conversations with us up in the booth this week just about how he's being pitched, how opposing pitchers are pitching him backwards, so to speak, throwing breaking balls and fastball counts, and vice versa. We'll see what Kadich starts him with here, and he starts him with a fastball low and away. That's forced Quitzer to be late on the fastball, he says. Just a little bit, though. Not expecting it in a 0-2 count, and he pushes one up the middle for a single. Gata's going to score. Here comes Barfield. He'll score without a throw. A 2-run single up the middle for Chris Quitzer, and the Stompers are on the board. It's 3-2. Got a fastball there. He wasn't late this time. Quitzer drives in 2 with a single. 38th and 39th RBIs for Chris on the season. And the Stompers, after last night, going just 1 for 8 with men in scoring position in the game. Quitzer cashes in the first opportunity here tonight. So Tito Fuentes Jr. is going to come out and talk to Gabe Kadich. An early visit from Fuentes. Got to let off the inning with a walk. Barfield doubled down the left field line, and then Quitzer bounces his single into center. So here's Brent Gillespie coming up after the visit has concluded. Gillespie batting at .333. 11 home runs for him with 39 runs batted in. Second on the team in RBIs, only behind Miles Williams, 42, and he's on deck. Kadich out of the stretch. His first pitch to Gillespie, a tailing fastball misses low ball 1. Gillespie, who's played in 30 games with the Stompers this year. Tonight, game number 51, and he's reached in all 30. Kadich from the stretch on 1-0. Gillespie fights a fastball off the inside half and fouls it straight back to the screen, 1-1. Quitzer's at first after the 2-run single. Scoring Gata from third and Barfield from second. 3-2 our score. Stompers trail by 1. Here comes the 1-1, and Gillespie hits it right back into the glove of Kadich, and Quitzer hung out to dry over at first base, so that's a double play. Smoked off the bat of Brent Gillespie, and it found the back of the glove of Gabe Kadich for the first down, and then Quitzer taking off on contact. Hung out between first and second as Kadich throws him out for a double play. Look what I found. What a play by Gabe Kadich on the hill. So just like that, 2 away, here's Miles Williams, and the first pitch to him misses high, ball 1. Williams with the average up at 279. 12 home runs, 42 runs batted in for Williams. And Gillespie smoked it right back up the middle. Kind of stuck the glove out. Made a terrific catch. The 1-0 to Williams. Swung on and missed. Fastball letter high, 1-1. Early scoring here tonight. Napa put up 3 in the top half. Stompers have answered with 2 of their own so far here in the bottom of the first. Kadich on 1-1, and Williams taps it softly over toward the Napa dugout on the third base side, and the count moves to 1-2. Gillespie, even his outs are loud as he continues to swing a hot bat. 1-2 on Williams, right-handed hitter at the plate against Gabe Kadich, who works from the first base side of the rubber from the stretch with nobody on and 2 out. Here's his 1-2, and Williams is down on strike. So Kadich gets his first strikeout of the ballgame, striking out Williams with a fastball, but the Stompers answer with 2 of their own. The Chris Quitzer 2-run single back up the middle gets the Stompers on the board. It's a 1-run ballgame as we go to the top of the second inning. Bottom third of the lineup when we come back right here.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Top of the second inning, Stompers trail 3-2. Olch, Nunez, Anderson, 7-8-9 against Jacob Cox here in the top of the second, and Olch lines the first pitch right at Nick Gatta, who can't make the catch initially, and on a sinking line drive, but he knocks it down and picks it up and throws Olch out at first. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Cox here in the top of the second inning. Plenty of offense here in the ball game so far. The 3 runs for Napa in the first, capped off by the Montelongo 2-run home run, and then the Quitzer 2-run single in the bottom half of the first inning. So we have a 3-2 ball game. Here's the first pitch to Malvin Nunez, and the cutter from Jacob Cox is outside, 1-0. Nunez batting left-handed at 212. Cox deals on 1-0, and Nunez hits it in the air to left. That's slicing right at Jacob Barfield, who doesn't even have to move to make the catch for out number 2. So after 22 pitches in the first, 2 outs on 3 pitches for Jacob Cox here in the second inning. He's pitched fairly well against Napa this year. He's just 1-0 in 3 starts, but pitched deep into a game, 7 innings at Napa earlier this year as Anderson swings and misses on a slider. And the Stompers' defense faltered late to give Napa a victory in that game, a game in which Cox was in line for the win. Here's the 0-1 to Anderson, and that's on the inside corner with a slider, and Cox is way ahead, 0-2. No strikeouts, 1 walk for Jacob Cox so far in the ballgame. Big right-hander out of the windup, downhill on 0-2 to Anderson, and that's hit to center field. Back on it goes Hibbert. That's hit well. He'll make a running catch in right center field. So Matt Hibbert on his 31st birthday makes the put out to end the top of the second. Barrios, Hibbert, and Butcher for the Stompers when we come back.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
Pedro Barrios leads off the Stomper half of the second inning against Gabe Kadich. The right-hander's first pitch to Barrios, a two-seam fastball in the inside corner for strike one. Kadich and Cox played with each other at Cal State and Monterey Bay. They were teammates. The two have talked post-game many times this year, and they face off on the mound tonight as Kadich's curveball to Barrios misses high and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Barrios the DH at 259. He's reached in 26 straight. Venezuelan infielder batting 6th tonight, and the 1-1 is fouled away off to the right. 3-2, Napa leads this one. They're just underway down in San Rafael. The Pacific's hosting the Admirals. Admirals trying to come within 1 game of second place tonight with a potential win. Here's the 1-2, and Barrios fouls away a fastball. 3 teams enter the day over with a record above 500. The Stompers at 36-14. San Rafael with 29-22. Vallejo at 27-24. There's the 1-2 again to Barrios. A breaking ball bounced up the middle. Connors moves up the middle, and it takes a wicked hop, and it hits off of his glove and rolls into center field. Pedro Barrios will reach. Here's Matt Hibbert on his 31st birthday. So Barrios has reached in 27 straight. Base knock up the middle to open the inning officially. Here's Hibbert, right-handed hitter with Barrios over at first. First pitch from Kadich, and Hibbert squares around, pulls back, takes a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Hibbert at 233. In 8 games this year, the numbers are a little skewed. It looks like when you look at the average, you think 233 hasn't really been that productive. Well, he's been on base an average of twice a game in the first 8 games. He's scored 11 times in those 8 games. So the average is not there, but he's finding other ways to get on base here this year, and the 1-0 is hit in the air to right field. Anderson, the right fielder, moving over. He makes the catch for the first out. So the one away, Bronson Butcher coming to the plate. Butcher hitting .226, 3 home runs, 16 driven in. Barrios at first after the leadoff single. Right-handed hitter against Kadich. There goes Barrios. The pitch is hit in the air. Barrios will have to retreat as Jordan Anderson comes in and he makes the catch. So Barrios was taken off on the pitch. And Butcher skies it to right for the second out. Here's a shortstop, Rayson Romero. Average at 188, on base at 427. Or Romero. 3 home runs, 8 driven in, trying to keep this bottom of the second inning alive after the Barrios leadoff single, a couple of fly balls to right for 2 quick outs. Kadich from the stretch, his first pitch to Romero on the outside corner for strike 1. After 3 runs in the top of the first inning, Napa went 1-2-3 in the second. Single to lead off this inning. Then 2 quick outs. Kadich steps off the back of the rubber with Pedro Barrios, extending the lead over at first, taking a couple of extra steps in his secondary lead. Barrios with 11 stolen bases. That's good for second on the team. So he leads from first and a 0-1 count to Romero. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball low. 1 ball and 1 strike on Romero. DeAngelis gets the night off tonight after starting in left last night. Kernan Molinari on the bench for the Stompers. Here's the 1-1, and Romero hits it on the ground to short. Connors charges. He'll field it in between hop and throw to first, and that ends the inning. Stompers get a leadoff single, but nothing doing here in the second. We'll go to the top of the third inning. Stompers trail 3-2.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Dakota Connors leads it off for Napa, top of the third inning. Jacob Cox's first pitch. He deals a fastball in across the belt for strike 1. 3-2. Napa on top. All the runs scored in the first inning for both teams. Here in tonight's ball game as Cox deals on 0-1 and Connors takes outside, ball 1. Connors led off the ball game, a triple off the right center field wall, scored on a wild pitch. That's on the 8th pitch of the at-bat, and the 1-1 here swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Connors, the leadoff man. Jackson and Montalongo to follow here in the top of the 3rd. Cox deals on 1 and 2, and it's fouled away. Connors had a good at-bat against Cox, fouling off 4 pitches his first time up before tripling. Saw 8 pitches to open the game. Cox threw 22 in that first inning, and then he only threw 6 in the second. Right-hander at the plate, and Cox at 6'5" downhill on 1 and 2, and that's punched into center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Connors reached out to get that low and away cutter and drive it into center field, a leadoff single. That brings up Sean Jackson. Jackson walked and scored in the first inning. Came around on the Montalongo home run. 4th hit given up by Jacob Cox in the game here to open the top of the 3rd inning. Jackson, left-handed hitter. First pitch, he squares around, offers at the bunt, says Gary Frieders, and the count is 0-1. Nothing in 1 on Jackson, left-handed hitter at the plate after squaring around on the first pitch. Quitzer is in over at 3rd, and Cox will spin and fire to 1st. Pinching for a double play up the middle. Gillespie holds on Connors at first base. Quitzer on 3rd, right in front of the bag. Now he starts to creep as Jackson shows bunt, and Coxon spins and fires back over to 1st again. 0-1 the count on Jackson with a man at 1st and nobody out. Romero and Gata anticipating a double play ball. Jackson squares around. Cox on 0-1, and that's offered at and missed. 0-2 on Sean Jackson, who likely will swing away here after 2 failed bunt attempts. But we'll have to see. Quitzer's going to back up at 3rd and play behind the bag. 0-2, Cox out of the stretch. Jackson does not show bunt. The 0-2 pitch is lined into left center field, softly coming on Jacob Barfield, and he makes a sliding catch. Slicing, lazy liner off the bat of Jackson, and Barfield makes a nice play in left for the first out of the inning, and Jacob Barfield making just his 9th start in left field here this year. So here's Josh Montalongo. He homered off of Cox in the first inning, a 2-run shot, his league-leading 17th. Man at first, 1 out now. Cox trying to get the better of Montalongo second time through, and he delivers a fastball, and that misses high. 1-0 on Montalongo. Right-hander at the plate. Cox peeks over the shoulder, now spins and throws to 1st late. One ball, no strikes. Cox throws to 1st again. Connors at first base, 7 for 11 this year in stolen base attempts. The 1-0 to Montalongo ripped through the left side into left field for a base hit. Split Quitzer and Romero on the left side of the infield. Montalongo has 2 hits in the ball game. That'll bring up the cleanup batter, Nico Tony. 2 singles in the inning, Connors and Montalongo. Tony, who singled his first time up and then was doubled up. At the plate, Connors at second, Montalongo at first, 1 out. 3-2 Napa here in the top of the 3rd inning. First pitch from Jacob Cox's slider. Tony starts the swing, and he's able to hold up ball 1. Cox at the chest. He looks out to second base. His 1-0 pitch. Low and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Tony. Here's the pitch from Jacob Cox, and that slider is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 2 ball, 1 strike pitch to Tony. A slider rolled on the ground to short. Romero to his right. He'll field throw to second for 1, and that's all that they'll get. Tony reaches on a fielder's choice. Montalongo forced out at second for the second out of the inning. Runners at the corners for Brian Morley. Morley in his first game, he's 0 for 1. He grounded to short his first time up against Jacob Cox. So men at the corners with 2 out. First pitch to Morley. Cox steals in strike 1. No ball, 1 strike. Pitch to Morley. A slider in the dirt. Blocked by Bronson Butcher. And the count evens up at 1-1. Connors at third, Tony at first, 2 out. 1-1 pitch from Cox, fouled away, straight back. One ball, 2 strikes on Brian Morley. Cox trying to keep this a 1-run game in the top of the 3rd inning. Right-hander at the chest, the 1-2. In the dirt, that squirts away from Butcher. Up to second base goes Tony, who was often moving on the pitch, staying at third, Connors. So Tony moves up. The count moves to 2-2. Brian Morley. Second and third and 2 out in a 3-2 ball game. See what he comes with on 2-2, and that's popped straight back and out of play. That cutter-slider combination for Cox would work well against the right-handed hitting Morley. The pitch moving away from him. They went with a high fastball there. Morley got a piece. Second and third on 2-2. Cox set. He deals, and that's hit in the air to center field right at Matt Hibbert. Slicing to right center. Hibbert makes the catch. No runs on 2 hits, 2 left. It's a 3-2 ball game. We go to the last of the 3rd. Top of the lineup coming up for the Stompers.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Nick Gatta, Jacob Barfield, Chris Quincer, the part of the lineup that got it done in the first inning. We'll face Gabe Kadich here in the bottom of the third in a 3-2 ball game, and Kadich deals a first pitch to Gatta, running fastball inside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. Gatta walked his first time up against Kadich on 4 pitches. Right-hander from the windup, the 1-0 pitch, and Gatta rolls it foul up the first baseline. The first strike that Gatta has seen in the ball game. The count evens at 1-1. It's Olch, Jackson, Anderson left to right in the outfield for Napa. Bethencourt, Connors on the left side. Nunez and Montalongo on the right side with Tony behind the plate here tonight. And a 1-run game in the bottom of the third. The 1-1 to Gatta. Our two-seam fastball catches the inside 1-2. 1-0 Vallejo in the top of the second inning down in San Rafael. Working on their 4th straight win potentially tonight. And Gatta hits a 1-2 pitch deep to center field. Jackson's on the run. He's sprinting back, and he's not going to get there. That rolls all the way to the wall, 435 feet away. Gatta into third base, a stand-up triple. Nick Gatta, his first triple of the season, the 5th Stomper triple overall this year. And he's at third base. He's the tying run with nobody out. Launched by Nick Gatta to straightaway center. That sits 435 feet from home plate. Got the best of Jackson. And Gatta into third base easily with a stand-up triple. So here's Jacob Barfield. He has a hit in the game. He doubled down the left field line against Kadich his first time up. Trying to tie the game here in the third. Kadich from the stretch. His first pitch, and Barfield swings at a breaking ball. It's underneath it. It's 0-1. Barfield, who'd homered twice last night. 15 on the year. He's driven in 31. He has got at third base with nobody out. The 0-1. Breaking ball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Back-to-back breaking balls to start the at-bat to Jacob Barfield. Kadich from the stretch, his 1-1 pitch. Found out a play down the right field line, 1-2. Barfield, a ground ball, gets the run home here with the infield playing back in the third. Trade the tying run for an out here in this situation. Will the Napa Silverados. So you just got to put it in play if you're Barfield. Kadich on 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Through the fastball right by Jacob Barfield. The second strikeout of the game for Kadich. The first out here in the bottom of the third inning. Here's Quincer, who drove in the only 2 runs of the game in the first inning of the 2-run single up the middle. Left-handed hitter at the plate. Now the infield's going to play halfway in on the dirt. Here's the first pitch, and Quincer takes a changeup for strike 1. The low away corner to Chris Quincer. Kadich on 0-1. Breaking ball slips out of the hand and misses high and away to Chris. 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield playing halfway. The 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. Fastball from Kadich there. See what Quincer gets on 2-1. They've been pitching him backwards here over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Macy, a curveball from Kadich here in this situation with a man at third and 1 out. It's 2-1. Inside to Quincer with a fastball that time. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Trying to go inside. Quincer lifted the arms out of the way. So 3-1. You'd think fastball count for Quincer, but you never know. Here's the pitch. Inside and low, ball 4. They've walked him. But not the worst walk for Kadich. It does set up a potential double play with Brent Gillespie coming to the plate with men at the corners and 1 out. Gillespie roped a 1-1 pitch right back into the glove of Gabe Kadich in the first inning. And on the play, Quitzer was doubled off at first. At the corners with 1 out. First pitch coming to Brent Gillespie. He takes a running fastball low and away for ball 1. Gillespie, who's driven in 39. He had a streak broken yesterday where he had driven in a run in 12 straight games. The 1-0. Out in front of a good changeup that time from Kadich, 1-1. Gillespie, left-handed hitter at the plate. Kadich set his 1-1 pitch. On the inside corner to Gillespie with a fastball 1-2. Brent looking for his first hit of the game. 0 for 1 after lining back to the box. Trying to get that run home from third. After got his leadoff triple, the 1-2. Gillespie chases a breaking ball in the dirt. He's down on strikes. A pair of strikeouts in the inning for Kadich. And now it'll take a hit to get the runner home from third. Miles Williams coming up. Miles struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. They'll need something to fall here to get Gata home from third. Haven't seen many balls in the dirt from Kadich in the game. First pitch. Williams takes a breaking ball right on the outside corner. 0-1. Gata tripled to center. Barfield struck out. Quitzer walked. Gillespie struck out. The 0-1 pitch. Williams hits it on the ground through the right side into right field, a base hit. Gata will score. We're tied at 3. And the Miles Williams single to right. 43rd run batted in for Williams. And he ties the game here in the third. And Pedro Barrios will come to the plate. Barrios singled off the glove of Connors, the shortstop. His first time up on a sharply hit ball up the middle. 2-out RBI hit for Williams. He had the only hit with a man in scoring position last night when the Stompers went 1 for 8. And Barrios hits it sharply back up the middle. Nunez takes it off the chest at second. His throw to first is late. That's going to be an error by Malvin Nunez out at second base. A sharply hit ground ball. It hit him right in the chest. He went down to barehand it. Could not pick it up. He threw to first. It was in the dirt, and Montelongo luckily got a piece of the glove on it. It saved another run from coming in to score. But now Matt Hibbert has a chance to drive in a run on his 31st birthday. Bases loaded and 2 out. Matt Hibbert, he flied to right his first time. He's 0 for 1, trying to drive in a run here, and he takes a breaking ball high and in from Gabe Kadich. Celebrating the birthday today, he's made a couple of putouts. Looking for a birthday base hit and an RBI here in the third to break our scoreless tie, the 1-0. On the outside corner from Kadich with a fastball 1-1. Tied at 3 after the Williams RBI hit to right. Quitzer's at third, Williams at second. Barrios over at first. Here's the 1-1. And Hibbert swings through a two-seam fastball 1-2. First error of the ball game for the Silverados. Coming to Malvin Nunez at second. That ground ball off the bat of Barrios. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kadich from the stretch. He looks into Tony. Hibbert in the right-handed batter's box. Kadich set at the belt. The 1-2. Breaking ball, check swing. Did he go? He did not as they appeal out to Ron Adams. Count even at 2-2 on Matt Hibbert. Digs in the right side. Got it, stares in. Now Steady looks out to second. The 2-2 on its way, and Hibbert takes a fastball that skips in the dirt. And that fills the count. Bronson Butcher is on deck. Hibbert trying to give the Stompers the lead. Just 2 walks out of Kadich. 1 came here in this 3rd inning. Right-hander deals the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Quitzer's going to score. Stompers lead 4-3. A birthday walk-in RBI for Matt Hibbert. He drives in his 3rd of the season. Everybody moves up, and Bronson Butcher come to the plate. Butcher swung at the first pitch. His first time up against Kadich and fly to right, so he's 0 for 1. Now trying to extend the lead. First pitch from Kadich, and Butcher takes a fastball up above the letters, 1-0. Williams at 3rd, Barrios at 2nd, Hibbert at 1st. That run unearned to Gabe Kadich. Right-hander set. Here's the 1-0. Butcher takes an off-speed pitch in the dirt. Two balls and no strikes on Bronson Butcher. He's homered 3 times. He's driven in 16. Wide open stance for the right-handed hitter on 2-0. Here's the pitch, and Butcher pops it up. On the infield, left side, Bethencourt and Connors coming in. It'll be Connors who makes the catch. Stompers leave him loaded, but do get a run on the Matt Hibbert RBI walk and on the Miles Williams RBI single, and the Stompers take a 4-3 lead. We move into the middle 3rd as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Dominic Bethencourt, Nick Olch, and Malvin Nunez for Napa.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Kasasa Checking. Kasasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Kasasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Kasasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Dominic Bethencourt leads it off against Jacob Cox here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch cut fastball swung on and missed. Stompers got two. The bottom of the third, Williams RBI single, and Hibbert drove in a run on a walk to give the Stompers a 4-3 lead. Early offense here tonight. The 0-1 to Bethencourt. That's hit in the air to left. Jacob Barfield coming in on it. He'll get underneath it and make the catch, one away. So Jacob Cox making his 6th start tonight. His 4th against the Silverados. Familiar with this lineup? He'll face Nick Olch. With 1 out in the 4th, still no strikeouts for Jacob Cox. His first pitch to Olch. Catches the outside corner at the knees, a fastball for strike 1. Olch left-handed hitter at the plate. He bounced to second his first time up, and he hits a base hit up the middle here against Cox. Hit off the first base side of the mound before rolling into center field. So a 1-out single for Napa, and here is Malvin Nunez, the second baseman. Nunez flying to left. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Olch leads from first. Cox from the stretch, his first pitch to Nunez, inside and low. One ball and no strikes on the left-handed hitting Malvin Nunez. The top of the 4th of a 4-3 Stomper lead. Here in the game tonight, Jacob Cox sent at the chest. He delivers on 1-0, and Nunez takes high. Still 1-0 Vallejo. They're on the road in San Rafael in the top of the 3rd inning. Cox opposing his former college teammate, Gabe Kadich. On the hill tonight, his 2-0 to Nunez, way outside, ball 3. One walk for Jacob Cox. It came to Sean Jackson back in the 1st inning. That was a 4-pitch walk, and he's fallen behind Nunez 3-0 here. With a man at first and 1 out. Olch leads from first, and the 3-0 pitch is on the corner for strike 1. Cox now trying to work his way all the way back into the count. Pitching for a ground ball here against Nunez. Is 3-1. On the ground, left side, Romero moving all the way over to his right, backs up on it. His only play is to second, and it's in time to get Olch. Romero was playing up the middle for a double play. He had to range way over to his right, and backing up on it deep in the hole at short. A quick feed to second, and the stretch by Gata is in time to get Olch for the 2nd out of the inning at second base. So Nunez reaches on a fielder's choice, and here is Jordan Anderson. Anderson hit a deep fly ball to center field that Hibbert ran down his first time up, and Cox hit him in the side of the helmet. Fastball high and in on Anderson. He's still on his feet as he walks halfway down the third baseline, and Tito Fuentes Jr., the third base coach, is going to come in and check on Anderson, and now Gary Frieders is going to talk to Anderson, and you never want to see anybody get hit in the head. And now Jacob Cox is in right in front of the dirt out in front of home plate, and the trainer's going to come out and check on him, and Cox is going to come in and make sure Anderson knows that it was unintentional. He never hit anybody in the head. That fastball just got away from Cox. He went up and hit Anderson right in between the left ear flap and the bill of the helmet. First man that Cox has hit in the ball game. Now the lineup flips over for Dakota Connors, who's 2 for 2 in the game. He'll first and second and 2 out. Nunez leads from second, Anderson from first with 2 out. Connors at the plate. And Jacob Cox's first pitch to Connors, a fastball inside off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Connors tripled and singled against Cox so far. 4-3 Stompers in the 4th. Right-hander set his 1-0. Low to Connors, ball 2. Connors does not have a home run this year. He has driven in 15 with 2 hits tonight. Butcher goes through a series of signs. Cox agrees with one of them. Now he's set and comes home on 2-0, and Connors takes at the knees a cutter from Jacob Cox, and the count's 2-1. Nunez at second with good speed. Anderson at first runs well. The 2-1. Slider in the dirt, smothered by Butcher behind the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Sean Jackson on deck. Fell behind Nunez 3-1 before getting him to hit a ground ball, which he reached on a fielder's choice. No strikeouts, a walk. 6 hits against Cox in the ball game. Big right-hander set. Here's his 3-1, and Connors hits it in the air to left field. Barfield goes back on it. He looks up, and that ball is gone. First home run of the season for Dakota Connors, a 3-run shot, and Napa takes a 6-4 lead. Connors, his first home run of the season. He takes Cox deep to left center. And just like that, Napa back on top. Two-out, 3-run home run. Makes it 6-4, and here comes Sean Jackson. First pitch to Jackson from Jacob Cox, a fastball outside, 1-0. That one from Cox at 95. It's after the home run, comes back with 95 and misses. Here's his 1-0, and Jackson fouls it away. 1 ball and 1 strike. The hit by pitch. Fielder's choice in the home run. Cox downhill on 1-1 to Jackson, and he fouls it straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Jackson 0 for 1. He's flying to left, walked, scored. Cox ahead of him 1-2, looking for his first strikeout of the ball game. The right-hander kicks and deals the 1-2 pitch, taken in the dirt, and Bronson Butcher takes it off the chest. Both these teams coming in on a losing streak. Napa 4 in a row, Stompers 2 straight. Somebody's going to come out with a win tonight and feel good about themselves going into the weekend. Cox's 2-2 pitch to Jackson outside, and the count runs full. Josh Montalongo on deck. It's over Dakota Connors. Now just a double shy of the cycle. Cox from the windup on 3-2. Jackson takes a called strike 3. The slider from Jacob Cox. He has his first strikeout of the ball game. But the big blow, the Dakota Connors 3-run home run, puts Napa on top 6-4. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 9-1-2 coming up for the Stompers.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of.
We would like to thank our community.
Rayson Romero leads it off 9-1-2 against Gabe Kadich. The bottom of the fourth inning, his first pitch to Romero. Two-seam fastball on the outside corner for strike one. That pitch number 60 from Kadich. Cox 69 pitches through 4 innings and 3 more runs for Napa in the top half. The Dakota Connors 3-run homer, his first of the season. Kadich from the windup on 0-1 to Romero, and that's lined back up the middle, a single into center field. Romero has his first hit. He's now reached in 14 straight. For Jacob Cox, the 6th home run he's allowed in a little over 43 innings. So back to the top of the lineup for Nick Gatta. He's tripled, walked, scored twice. An anchor at the top of this lineup, and he's trying to keep the line moving. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Bethencourt at third base is going to play in on the grass. The first pitch, Gatta squares around and takes a two-seamer off the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Willie Salas has come in to play second base for Napa here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Gatta hits it down the left field line, slicing away from Oltz, moving into foul territory. That'll land in foul territory, and the count evens at 1-1. So Salas comes in to play second, and Malvin Nunez out of the game. One ball, one strike on Nick Gatta. Salas, the new second baseman. The only changes defensively for Napa here in the bottom of the fourth. Kadich peeks over the shoulder at first. Is 1-1 to Gatta. Breaking ball low and in the dirt, ball 2. Two balls, one strike to count on the leadoff man, Nick Gatta. Stompers chasing 2 here in the fourth. 3 in the first, 3 in the fourth for Napa. The 2-1. Gatta checks his swing on a high fastball, and he goes around, says Gary Frieders. The count evens at 2-2. Stompers 2 in the first, 2 in the third, and trails 6-4. Romero leads from first after the leadoff single. The 2-2 pitch is way outside, and the count is full. Barfield's on deck. He has a hit in the game already. Payoff coming from Kadich on its way to Gatta. Romero goes, and it's sliced down the left field line out of play. We'll do the 3-2 over again. Romero was off and running on the pitch, so we'll see if Kadich pays any more attention to him here on this next pitch. Romero has stolen 11 on the year. The 3-2 coming, he goes again, and Gatta pops it up. Back behind third, Bethencourt in foul territory makes the catch for the first out. Man at first and 1 away, and Jacob Barfield will come to the plate. 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. Barfield homered twice last night, and Vallejo has jumped way out in front. 5-0 over San Rafael. They're only in the top of the third inning. 6-4 here, last of the fourth. Romero's at first. First pitch to Barfield. Fouled off at the plate. No balls and one strike. As we're delayed. Need some more baseballs. Stompers are back home tomorrow. 6:05 first pitch. Salina Stockade. Back here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field after beating the Stompers 6-5 last night. They have the night off tonight. 0-1 the count. The pitch from Kadich outside 1-1. Olds, Jackson, Anderson in the outfield. Bethencourt, Connors, Salas, Montelongo now around the infield. Kadich set, steps off, and no throw over to first. 1-1 with a man at first and one out. The pitch from Kadich, and Barfield taps it at the plate, 1-2. One ball, two strikes on Jacob Barfield. Chris Quitzer waits on deck. He's reached both times tonight. So champing at the bit for an opportunity to drive in a run here in the fourth inning. Kadich on 1-2, and Barfield's down on strikes for the second time. Fourth strikeout of the game for Gabe Kadich. And now 2 away for Chris Quitzer. Quitzer has a 2-run single and a walk in the game. Left-handed hitter at the plate. First pitch from Kadich. Two-seamer down at the knees for strike one. Right-hander at the belt, his no-ball, one-strike pitch. And Chris Quitzer takes down low below the knees, 1-1. Jackson in center is 4 steps toward the gap in right center field. Olch is well off the line and left, 80 feet off that left field line. Now the 1-1. Quitzer takes inside, that gets past Tony. Romero goes up to second on a wild pitch. So Romero's in scoring position at second. Quitzer will try and narrow this Napa lead. Two balls, one strike. Quitzer swinging the bat better tonight. Here's the 2-1, and he breaks his bat on a roller to second. Salas will field. He throws Quitzer out at first, so that ends the inning. Stompers get a leadoff single. They strand him at second. We're through 4. It's Napa 6, Stompers 4.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Josh Montalongo leads things off for Napa in the top of the 5th inning against Jacob Cox with the overshift on Montalongo. It's a high fly ball to left. Not very deep. Barfield comes in, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Cox here in the 5th. That pitch was number 70 for him. The big swing in the game, the Dakota Connors 3-run home run. His first of the season. And that's the difference right now with this 6-4 ball game. And Nico Tony, who has reached both times, will come to the plate with nobody on and 1 out. Tony singled, reached on a fielder's choice. The first pitch from Jacob Cox, a fastball a little bit high. One ball, no strike pitch from Cox, and Tony swings and misses a slider. 1 ball and 1 strike on the cleanup man, Nico Tony. So Josh Montalongo retired for the first time in the ball game. The fly ball to left. 2 home runs for Napa, 1 for Montalongo, 1 for Connors. Stompers with none, surprisingly, as Tony flicks it in the air right field. Miles Williams comes on to make the catch. Quickly 2 away for Jacob Cox. And now Brian Morley will come to the plate. Morley is grounded to short and fly to center. 0 for 2 in the ball game so far in his first game as a Napa Silverado. Jacob Cox starts him with a cutter. That's a little bit low and outside. One ball, no strikes on Brian Morley, right-handed hitter, the 1-0 pitch, and that's on the outside corner with a fastball for strike 1. After tonight, we're home tomorrow night against the Stockade, then on the road Sunday afternoon in Vallejo. The 1-1, and Morley singles in front of Barfield, a top-spinning line drive to left field, and Morley with his first hit as a Silverado, a 2-out single to left. That brings up Dominic Bethencourt. Bethencourt's grounded to third, flying to left. 0 for 2 in the game. A 2-out single for Brian Morley extends the inning. Forces Jacob Cox to work back out of the stretch. With 2 away, his first pitch to Bethencourt, a fastball is inside. One ball, no strikes on Bethencourt. The stretch and the 1-0 from Cox misses 2-0. Bethencourt, right-handed hitter. Morley leads from first. Gillespie holds him on. They're deep on the left side of the infield. The 2-0. High ball 3. Fourth man that Cox has fallen behind 3-0. He's only walked 1 after falling behind 3-0. Here it is to Bethencourt. That's high ball 4. Jacob Cox looks in and asks Gary Frieders with the hand, is that high? Frieders says, yes, that's a little bit high. 4-pitch walk to Bethencourt puts runners at first and second, and here comes Nick Olch. And now Bronson Butcher is going to go out with pitching coach Mike Nunez. Two quick outs to open the inning. Brian Morley singles to left. Bethencourt walks on 4 pitches. That warrants a visit from pitching coach Mike Nunez. 80 pitches for Cox so far in the game. And he's trying to get through the 5th here tonight. On a gloomy night, it was overcast when we started in 75 degrees. The sun peeked out for a minute there in the 4th inning and has since gone away. Lights are not on just yet. They're scheduled to come on in 22 minutes. Nick Olch in the box. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time against Cox. Cox from the stretch, his first pitch to Olch. He's first pitch swinging. He fouls it back to the screen. No balls in 1 strike on Olch, left-handed hitter at the plate. Morley at second, Bethencourt at first. 6-4 Napa in the top of the 5th. The 1-0 from Cox, and Olch singles down the left field line. That'll roll into the corner. Morley's going to score from second. Being waved around is Bethencourt. The relay to the plate is late. A 2-run double for Nick Olch. That extends the Napa lead 8-4. After 2 quick outs in the inning, on 4 pitches for Cox, Morley singles, Bethencourt walks, Olch drives them both home with a double. So here is Willie Salas. Came in defensively in the top half, make that the bottom half of the 4th inning. In place of Malvin Nunez, in the first pitch to Salas from Jacob Cox is high and in, ball 1. Salas hitting at .352. 5 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Napa has extended the lead 8-4 here in the 5th, the 1-0. Low and away, 2-0. So Olch has driven in 40 on the year. After that 2-run double, he stands out at second with 2 out. Cox on 2-0, and Salas takes his slider low and away, ball 3. Willie Ethington has gotten up in the Stomper bullpen. He'll start to toss lightly, in the 3-0 pitch from Cox. It's the outside corner to Salas for strike 1. Cox now up above 80 pitches. As he stares into Butcher from the stretch. He looks to Olch at second. Now the 3-1 pitch, and Salas takes low, ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Cox. And here comes Jordan Anderson. He's 0 for 1. He flied to center and then was hit by a pitch right on the helmet his last time up. Now Bronson Butcher's going to go out. Take the slow walk to the mound. Montalongo flied to left and Tony flied to right to open the inning on 4 pitches. And Brian Morley got his first hit as a Silverado, a single to left. 4-pitch walk to Dom Bethencourt. Olch doubled down the left field line to drive in both runners. And then the walk to Willie Salas. So this visit for Bronson Butcher likely just stalling for Willie Ethington to get in his warm-up tosses, and be surprised if Cox faces Anderson now with Butcher out there stalling. What we'll likely see is Butcher come back behind the plate, and then when Anderson's introduced, Zach Pace will make the slow walk out. Frieders makes his way out, breaking up the conversation, and now Frieders and Butcher make their way back toward home plate. So here's Jordan Anderson, and here comes Zach Pace. Pace looks down to the bullpen with Willie Ethington warming up. He'll make the move. So Cox lasts just 4 2/3, knocked out in the 5th inning. It'll be Ethington against Anderson with runners at first and second and 2 out in the top of the 5th. Stompers trail 8-4. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. Willie Ethington on in relief here in the top of the 5th inning. He'll face Jordan Anderson with men at first and second and 2 out. Cox throws 87 pitches, gives up 9 hits in 4 2/3. And Ethington, the 6'3" right-hander from Mesa, Arizona, will come in and try and get out of this 5th inning without allowing any more runs. 2 runs in on the Nick Olch double. Ethington 4-0 with a 5.67 ERA, and his first pitch to Jordan Anderson hits him on the elbow. Second time Anderson has been hit in the ball game, and that loads the bases for the leadoff man, Dakota Connors. Ethington in 27 innings has struck out 21, walked 14, now hit 4. He's allowed 30 hits. And here's Connors, who's a double shy of the cycle. Bases loaded, 2 out. Connors at the plate. And Ethington's first pitch. This is inside ball 1. Connors has driven in 3 already tonight. Napa leads 8-4. Olch is at third, Salas at second, Anderson at first. And the leadoff man, Connors, awaits the 1-0. And here it is from Ethington. That's in the dirt, and Bronson Butcher scoops it out. 2 balls and no strikes on Connors. Two balls, no strikes. Connors digs back in. Ethington's 2-0 pitch. Right down the middle, strike one. The 2-ball, 1-strike pitch to Connors. He starts to swing and holds up on a fastball low and in. Three and one on Connors, nowhere to put him. Ethington on 3-1, and Connors hits it in the air to center field. That's hit well. Hibbert going backpedaling toward right center field, and he makes the catch. Ethington comes in, hits a batter, and gets Connors to fly to center. So we're halfway home here tonight. We'll go to the last of the fifth, middle third of the order for the Stompers.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Kasasa Checking. Kasasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits, or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Kasasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Kasasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Fifth inning, Stomper offense with some work to do. Trailing 8-4 here in the ball game. 2 more runs in the top half for the Silverados, and the first pitch to Brent Gillespie swung on and missed down in the dirt. 0-1 the count. Gillespie 0 for 2. He lined right back into the glove of Kadich and then struck out. The 0-1. Gillespie out in front of a changeup again, 0-2. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Stompers, 8 runs, 9 hits for Napa. Jackson in center is way over toward the right center field gap on 0-2. Gillespie swings at 3 straight changeups, and he's down on 3 pitches. 5th strikeout of the game for Gabe Kadich. 1 away for Miles Williams. Miles 1 for 2, an RBI single his last time at the plate. And the first pitch from Kadich, a 2-seamer off the inside corner for ball 1. Miles, 12 home runs, 43 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0. Two-seamer taken down at the knees, a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, and Williams takes a breaking ball off the outside corner by just inches for ball 2. 8-4 here, bottom of the 5th. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning in San Rafael. Vallejo leads that game 5-0. Kadich on 2-1. Outside to Williams, ball 3. Nobody on and 1 out. Williams and then Barrios to follow. The 3-1 from Kadich. Sky-high pop-up. First base side, foul territory. Montelongo over, and he'll make the catch. Quickly 2 away, and here's Pedro Barrios. Barrios 1 for 2 with a single. Five straight retired by Kadich. 5 strikeouts and 3 walks for him in the game. His first pitch to Pedro Barrios misses off the inside corner. Too much run on the fastball. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the 5th. For Napa, the 1-0 is outside. 2 in the first, 2 in the third for the Stompers. Trailing 8-4. Gabe Kadich from the stretch on 2-0 to Barrios. That's a high fastball swung on and missed. Two and 1 with Hibbert on deck. The pitch from Kadich, and Barrios hits it on the ground to second. Salas will field, and he'll drop it initially. The throw to first. In time to get him. Salas drops it and recovers, throws Barrios out at first, and the Stompers go 1-2-3 here in the 5th. In the top of the 6th inning. The 2, 3, 4 spots due up for Napa.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Kasasa Checking. Kasasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits, or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Kasasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Kasasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day.
Sean Jackson leads it off for Napa. 2-3-4. The top of his 6th inning against Willie Ethington. And his first pitch to Jackson is outside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. 8-4 Napa in the 6th. 2-3-4. The 1-0. Outside ball 2. Jackson, Montelongo, and Tony. Jackson is 0 for 2 in the game. He has walked and scored a run, the 2-0. Inside and low, 3-0. Ethington working from the stretch. His 3-0 pitch to Sean Jackson is high and away, and a 4-pitch walk opens the inning. So after the walk, Josh Montalongo will come to the plate. Montalongo's 2 for 3 in the game with a home run and a base hit. Leadoff walk for Sean Jackson. He's at first on 4 pitches. Jackson leads from first, and Ethington's first pitch to Montalongo is punched in the air, shallow right, out goes Gata, on comes Williams. That falls in front. Jackson goes from first to third. And now Napa has runners at the corners with nobody out, and Nico Tony coming to the plate. Four-pitch walk, the first pitch single. Montalongo has his 3rd hit of the ballgame. Tony, who's 1 for 3 with a hit. With first and third, Ethington's first pitch. That hit Tony. Wheels are coming off for Ethington here in the 6th inning. A walk, single, hit by pitch. Second man that Ethington has hit. Cox tonight goes 4 2/3, 8 runs, 9 hits. He walks 3 and strikes out 1. So they're loaded for Brian Morley. 1 for 3 in the ballgame with a base hit. First pitch from Ethington. Down the middle for strike 1. Ethington ahead 0-1 for the first time in the game. His 0-1 breaking ball snaps over the knees. 0-2 on Brian Morley. Got his first Napa hit. Now looking for his first Napa run batted in. With the bases loaded and nobody out. The 0-2 from Ethington. On the ground softly left side. Quitzer dives. He can't get it. Romero fields deep in the hole at short. He'll throw to second to retire Nico Tony. So Morley reaches on a fielder's choice, drives in his first run of the season, and Napa extends the lead 9-4. Runners at the corners, 1 out, and Dom Bethencourt will come to the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk. Right-handed hitter against Ethington, the right-hander on the mound. His first pitch, and Bethencourt rolls it foul, and it hops over the Napa dugout and into the crowd. No balls in 1 strike. Ethington in much need of a double play ball here in the 6th. His 0-1. Breaking ball found in and out of the glove of Bronson Butcher, and Ethington's way ahead 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Montalongo's at third, Morley at first. Leadoff walk came around to score on the Morley ground ball. Ethington's 0-2. Breaking ball high. One ball and 2 strikes on Bethencourt. Ethington's 1-2 pitch. High with a fastball, 2-2. Runners at the corners and 1 out. The 2-2. Breaking ball at the letters, a called strike 3. Bethencourt can't believe it. He says that's the same pitch. Same breaking ball that was just called a ball 2 pitches ago. Only the second time that the Silverados have struck out tonight. And with 2 away, Nick Olch comes to the plate. So here's Nick Olch. He's 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in the game. Bats with runners at the corners and 2 out in a 9-4 Napa lead in the top of the 6th inning. And Ethington starts him with a fastball upstairs. From the stretch, Ethington's 1-0, and that's in the dirt. That skips away from Butcher into score Montalongo, and it's 10-4. A wild pitch. Montalongo scores. Morley goes to second. The count is 2-0 on Nick Olch, the left-handed hitter at the plate. And Napa has put up a crooked number once again here in the top of the 6th. The 2-0. On the ground right side and through into right field for a base hit. Morley's being waved around third. Here comes the throw from Williams right on the money to get Brian Morley. So it goes down as a hit for Olch. Morley's thrown out 9-2, and that ends the inning. Napa scores twice more. The RBI from Brian Morley and the wild pitch. So we'll go to the last of the 6th. Stompers trail 10-4.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Matt Hibbert leads it off in the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-8-9, Hibbert, Butcher, and Romero, and the Stompers a lot of work to do. Trailing by 6, Hibbert squares around, pulls back, and takes his strike called down at the knees, and the count is 0-1. '90th pitch of the night from Kadich. Here it is, and Hibbert takes low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lenny Guizdala, the left-hander, up and throwing in the Stomper bullpen. Nobody up for Napa. Kadich on 1-1, and Hibbert hits a grounder to short. Connors can't field it. It hopped up on him. He could not field it. That goes down as an error. It took 2 hops on the grass, then hit the lip. The dirt right out past the lip. Hopped up on Connors. You can't glove it. So an error allows Hibbert to reach. Sometimes that's all it takes. He's making a base runner. And here comes Butcher. First pitch from Kadich, and Bronson Butcher takes a fastball for strike 1. Nothing in 1. Here's the pitch from Kadich, and Butcher takes a 2-seamer right down the middle at the knees. Nothing in 2. And the Stomper catcher, he's 0 for 2 in the game. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. Hibbert's at first, plenty of speed, but trailing by 6, not likely that he'll take off. The 1-2. Butcher punches a breaking ball into right field, a base hit. First hit of the night for Bronson Butcher. He reaches out and flicks a breaking ball through the right side of the infield. So here's Rayson Romero. 1 for 2 with a base hit tonight. Napa 3 in the first, 3 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. Stompers 2 in the first, 2 in the third. Trailing 10-4. Corner infielders are in. Montalongo's way in on the grass at first. Bethencourt on the lip over at third. And Romero takes a 2-seamer on the inside corner, strike 1. Expecting Romero to square around to move the runners over. On the season, just 1 sack bunt for Romero. Corners in, middle pinching. The 0-1. Low and off speed pitch, 1 ball and 1 strike. Straight away in the outfield against Romero. He's grounded to short and singled up the middle. Kadich, the right-hander. Set, looks to second, his 1-1. Down low to Romero, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike on Romero, who's reached in 14 straight, including tonight's game. Right-handed hitter at the plate. Kadich set at the belt. The 2-1 delivery. Inside, ball 3. Hibbert reached on the error. Butcher singled to right. Three balls, 1 strike as Romero climbs back in the right-handed batter's box. Kadich on 3-1. That is low. Romero has walked, and the bases are loaded for Nick Gatta. So here's Gatta. He's reached a walk, a triple, and now a mound visit from Geraldo Obispo, the Napa bench coach. The whole infield's going to come in as a left-hander has gotten up and starting to loosen in the Napa bullpen. Hibbert hit a grounder to short. Connors booted it. Then Butcher on 1-2, single through the right side on a breaking ball. And Romero walked to load the bases. Nobody out. Gata walked and scored in the first, tripled and scored in the third inning. And he popped up to third base his last time up. Bases loaded, nobody out. Nick Gata on the season hitting .366 with men in scoring position. The Stompers tonight 2 for 6 as a team, hitting over .300 overall in the year as a club. Stompers trying to get one at a time, starting here in the bottom of the 6th. Gata will try and bring in the first run here this inning. He has 4 home runs and 26 runs batted in on the season. Kadich from the stretch, his first pitch to Gata. Inside, that skips away from Tony up the first baseline. Hibbert's going to score. A wild pitch drives in a run, and it's 10-5. Second and third, nobody out. One ball and no strikes the count to Nick Gata, left-handed hitter at the plate. Kadich with second and third, his 1-0. Gata hits it on the ground to second. Salas will field. He'll pick it up and throw him out at first. A broken bat ground out. Gata does drive in a run. Butcher scores, and it's 10-6. So here comes Jacob Barfield. Rayson Romero's at third with 1 out. Gata grounds to second to drive in the run for the first out here in the 6th inning. Barfield's 1 for 3 with a double. He struck out twice against Kadich. The first pitch. Behind the fastball, 0-1. Nothing in 1. Here comes the pitch from Kadich, and Barfield takes a 2-seamer on the outside corner. 0-2. Romero at third, a 4-run game, 10-6. The 0-2 pitch. In the air down the right field line, slicing toward the corner, and it is foul. Still 0-2 on Jacob Barfield. Kadich from the stretch, the 0-2. Broken bat, flare in the air out at second. Salas makes the catch. Romero bluffs the tag. The throw to the plate is knocked down by Tony. Romero stays at third base. Barfield breaks his bat on a pop-up to Salas. 2 away. And Chris Quitzer coming up, and now it'll take a hit to get that run home from third. Quitzer is 1 for 2, a 2-run single. He's walked, grounded to second. Bases loaded, nobody out. 2 runs scored. Man at third and 2 out now. First pitch from Kadich. Quitzer takes high and in. The fastball that time misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Quitzer, the left-handed hitter against Kadich in likely his last inning. The 1-0. Quitzer pulls it on the ground. Diving is Salas, and that's a base hit to right. Chris Quitzer has driven in his 3rd RBI of the game. As Romero scores from third, it's 10-7. So here's Brett Gillespie, 0 for 3 in the game. with a pair of strikeouts. Hit the ball hard once against Kadich. He lined back to him on the mound. First pitch, a changeup in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes, and that's a huge adjustment for Brent Gillespie. Last time he faced Kadich, he threw him 3 changeups. He swung and missed at all 3. Starts him with a changeup this time, and Gillespie took it down low. 1-0. Here's the pitch. In the air, left center field, slicing toward Olch. He makes the catch, and that ends the inning. The overshift on Gillespie. Olch playing toward the gap. He runs over and makes the catch. The Stompers scored 3 times. An RBI ground out from Gata, an RBI single from Quitzer, and a wild pitch. Just a 3-run ball game as we head to the 7th. Due up for Napa, 8-9 one-hitters when we return.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Kasasa Checking. Kasasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits, or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Kasasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Kasasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
Willie Salitz leads off the top of the 7th inning against new left-hander Lenny Guizdala. Guizdala making his Palooza Park debut here tonight, just his 2nd appearance on the season for the left-hander from Bay City, Michigan. His 1-0 to Salas, a fastball on the inside corner, and the count evens at 1-1. Ethington goes an inning and a third. Allows 2 runs on 2 hits, walks 1, and strikes out 1. So Guizdala working from the stretch, his 1-1, and that's in the dirt to Salas. Stompers scored 3 times. In the bottom of the 6th inning to cut into the lead and now just trail 10-7. Salas, Anderson, and Connors, 8-9-1 against Guizdala. Here he catches the inside corner to Salas for strike 2. So Guizdala, it's his 2nd appearance. He allowed 2 runs, didn't give up any hits in 1 inning. He struck out 2 in Vallejo on Tuesday night. His 2-2 pitch to Salas, a changeup swung on and missed. So Lenny Guizdala on his Palooza Park debut strikes out Salas for out number 1. Here's Jordan Anderson. 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch twice in the game tonight. Guizdala's first pitch to Anderson across the outside corner, strike 1. Guizdala from the stretch is 0-1. Pitch to Anderson on the inside corner, and he's way ahead 0-2. Guizdala, the only left-hander in the Stomper pen. Way ahead of Anderson, 0-2. Here's the pitch from the left-hander, and that's an off-speed pitch in the dirt, blocked by Butcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He struck out Salas to open the inning. Gabe Kadich likely done 110 pitches through 6 innings for the right-hander tonight for Napa. Guizdala's 1-2. Popped up. First base side foul territory. Butcher over near the sideball, and he runs out of room. Defensive changes for the Stompers here in this inning. Jacob Barfield has moved from left field to first base, and Rob DeAngelis has come into the game to play left field. He will be put in Brett Gillespie's spot of the order, the 4 spot. So Gillespie officially out of the ball game, and that ends a 30-game on-base streak in every game he's played this year, and Guizdala misses everybody and throws it off the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes on the right-handed hitter, Jordan Anderson, with the leadoff man, Dakota Connors, on deck. Guizdala's 2-2. Anderson pops it out of play again to stay alive. Over in San Rafael, they're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Vallejo leads that game 6-2. 2-2 coming again from Guizdala to Anderson. The pitch swung on and missed. The changeup again from Guizdala as Anderson way out in front. A nasty changeup. Back-to-back strikeouts for the left-hander. Nobody on, 2 out. Dakota Connors at the plate. He's 3 for 4. He's a double shy of the cycle. Guizdala's first pitch. Punch down the right field line. Back on it goes Barfield. That'll sit for a base hit. Connors, will he test it? He will not. Big turnaround first for Dakota Connors. And he'll stay put at first base with a single. Did not want to risk it. And a double shy of the cycle. Thinking, why not? So Tito Fuentes Jr. is going to make a change after Sean Jackson was announced. He'll take Jackson out of the ball game. Pinch hitter is going to be Jordan Garr.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Napa Silverados, Jordan Garr.
So Jordan Garr comes into the game, or Sean Jackson, who ends the game 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Garr hitting at .270. 3 home runs and 30 runs batted in. He'll pinch hit here in the top of the 7th inning with a man at first and 2 out. And Guizdala's first pitch, a breaking ball. Garr checks his swing and takes inside and low ball 1. Barfield holds on the runner at first. It's DeAngelis, Hibbert, Williams in the outfield left to right. The 1-0. Below the knees, ball 2. Quincy Romero got a Barfield, with Bronson Butcher behind the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to count on Jordan Garr, right-handed hitter. The pitch from Guizdala fouled out a play down the right field line, 2-1. Back-to-back strikeouts to Salas and Anderson for Connors, singled softly down the right field line. (10-7) Napa in the top of the 7th inning. The 2-1. High 3-1. Guizdala set at the chest. His 3-1 delivery to Jordan Garr is high and away, ball 4. So after back-to-back strikeouts to open the inning, a single and a walk puts runners at first and second for Josh Montalongo. Montalongo 3 for 4 in the game, a 2-run home run. And a chance to drive in more here in the top of the 7th inning. Connors leads from second, Garr from first. Spinning a throw back to second base, not in time to get Dakota Connors. So they're very deep on the left side of the infield against Montalongo. Ghana, the second baseman, is pulled up the middle and on the shortstop side of the bag, so the overshift on for Montalongo here. Barfield all alone on the right side of the infield. Guizdala's first pitch to Montalongo, a big swing, and he fouls a fastball straight back. 0-1 the count on the Napa slugging first baseman. No balls, 1 strike. Guizdala looks to second. Now deals home to Montalongo, and that is yanked down the left field line. Well foul. And Guizdala's ahead 0-2. The changeup has gotten Guizdala a pair of strikeouts here in the inning. Both to right-handed hitters, and he has Montalongo in an 0-2 hole. Really go back to that changeup. Does he have the confidence in it against Montalongo, who has 17 home runs? Butcher sets the target, the 0-2. Swung out and missed. He went back to the changeup on 0-2. And Guizdala strikes out the side and strands a pair of base runners in the 7th. Stretch time here at Palooza Park at Arnold.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Miles Williams leads off for the Stompers in the bottom of the 7th inning against new left-hander Mark Young Jr. in his first pitch to Miles Williams, a two-seam fastball down at the knees for strike 1. For Mark Young Jr., this will be his 15th appearance, an ERA of 6.45. The 0-1 to Miles, a breaking ball rolled foul along third, 0-2. 15 and a third for Young Jr., 13 runs, 11 earned on 15 hits. He struck out 20 and walked 17 in 15 1/3. The 6'1 left-hander from San Diego, California. In for Gabe Kadich, the 0-2 to Williams is hit softly on the ground to short. Connors will field. And his throw to first in time to get Miles one away. So Jordan Garr, who pinch hit for Sean Jackson, will come in and play center field. The only defensive change for Napa here in the bottom of the 7th. So here's Pedro Barrios. 1 for 3 in the game with a single. Kadich throws 110 pitches in 6 innings, allows 7 runs, 5 earned on 8 hits. He strikes out 5 and walks 4. Mark Young Jr. out of the windup. His first pitch to Barrios, high and away with a fastball. The 1 ball, no strike pitch to Barrios. Swung on and missed. 10-7 Napa. Stompers with 8 outs with which to work to try and mount a comeback here tonight. The 1-1 to Barrios. In the dirt, ball 2. Marshall Schill up and throwing in the Stomper bullpen. Nobody up for Napa. The last of the 7th with 1 out. Barrios and then Hibbert to follow. The 2-1. High and away, ball 3. Three and 1 to Pedro Barrios, the DH. Mark Young Jr., the new Napa pitcher, his 3-1 delivery. And Barrios hits it in the air. That's hit well. Center field. Garr going back, racing toward the wall. That is down for extra bases. Garr gets to it now. Barrios holds at second. A 1-out double for Pedro Barrios. Fourth double of the season for Barrios to dead center. That brings up Matt Hibbert. Hibbert 0 for 2. He's walked and driven in a run on his 31st birthday. Hibbert, the right-handed hitting center fielder, has Barrios at second, 1 out. A 3-run ball game in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch to Hibbert. He takes a fastball very high all the way to the screen. Barrios goes to third easily on a wild pitch. It was 4 feet over the head of Nico Tony and everybody at the plate. One and 0 the count. And now out of the dugout comes Billy Filo to talk to Mark Young Jr. Williams grounded to short to open the inning. Barrios then doubled to deep right center field. And with Hibbert taking the first pitch from Young Jr. very high, Barrios able to advance to third on the wild pitch. 1-0 the count on Hibbert. 10-7 Napa in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stompers trying to make a comeback here in the latter third of the ball game. And now Frieders is going to go out. The whole infield is in on the mound. Frieders is going to go out and break up the conversation. Marshall Schill is throwing in the Stomper bullpen. Nobody up in the Napa bullpen. Filo, the pitching coach, makes his way back to the dugout. Hibbert back in the box and a 1-ball, no strike count with 1 out. Stompers trying to chip away. Young Jr. on 1-0 to Hibbert. Swung on and missed. A fastball on the outside half evens the count at 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Young Jr., the left-hander, is 1-1. Hibbert takes high and away, ball 2. Matt Hibbert 1 for 9 with men in scoring position in 9 games. The 2-1. Taken outside, 3-1. Young Jr. is going to take a long walk out behind the mound. Barrios is at third base with 1 out. Left-hander set at the chest. The 3-1 delivery on the inside corner to Hibbert, and that fills the count. Bronson Butcher in the on-deck circle. Young Jr. His payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Stompers have runners at the corners. So here's Butcher, 1 for 3 with a single in the game, and still nobody up for Napa in a 3-run ball game. Butcher flied to right, popped to short, singled his last time. Hibbert leads from first, Barrios from third. Young Jr.'s first pitch. Butcher takes off the inside corner, ball 1. Barrios at third with 11 stolen bases. Hibbert at first with 7 in 8 games. Hibbert extends the lead. Long pause for Young Jr., and now time is called. So Hibbert has him thinking over there at first. If Hibbert goes, they can try and throw him out, but Barrios has plenty of speed over at third. If Zach Pace decides to try and steal a run, this team who is last in the league in stolen bases, but the stolen base percentage at 86%. Here's the 1-0, and that hit Bronson Butcher, and the bases are loaded. Butcher hit between the numbers, and that loads the bases for Racing Romero. Romero 1 for 2 in the game. He has a hit and a walk. Ray on the year is 3 for 27 with men in scoring position. He has the bases loaded in 1 out here in the 7th in a 3-run game. Three home runs, 8 runs batted in for Romero with an on-base of over 400. Mark Young Jr. will work out of the windup with the bases loaded in 1 out. His first pitch to Romero. A 2-seamer taken on the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. Young Jr. got strike 1 on Williams. That's the only man he's retired in the inning. The 0-1 pitch to Romero. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Top of the lineup on deck in the form of Nick Gatta. 0-2 on Romero. Bases loaded. Young Jr. stares in and out, time call. Barrios at third, Hibbert at second, Butcher at first. Base hit could score 2 with the speed of Matt Hibbert at second. The 0-2 pitch to Romero. Out straight back. Romero on that fastball. Getting a piece to stay alive. Count stays at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Romero right-handed hitting shortstop. Young Jr. from the windup. The 0-2. Outside and off speed pitch, ball 1. left-handers up in the Napa bullpen. From the windup, the 1-2. Inside, and Romero nearly hit, but he's able to get out of the way. Romero probably wishing he had an opportunity back and missed him by just inches. And with the bases loaded, it would have driven in a run. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Young Jr. kicks and deals on 2-2, and Romero takes outside, and the count is full. Williams grounded to short. Barrios doubled to deep right center. Hibbert walked. Butcher hit by a pitch. Bases are loaded. From 0-2 to 3-2 on Romero. He waits. Payoff coming from Young Jr. And Romero hits it in the air, left center field. Olch moves over. He makes the catch. Tagging from third. Pedro Barrios, the throw goes to second. A sacrifice fly for Racing Romero. And it's 10-8. 9th run batted in for Romero. And here comes Nick Gatta with first and second and 2 out. Young Jr. will stay in the game to face the left-hander. Nick Gatta, 1 for 3 with a triple and an RBI. The first pitch from Gatta, a curveball over his head. Everybody moves up on the wild pitch. Slipped out of the hand of Young Jr. and went over Gatta, right over his back as he ducked. 1-0, and now a base hit potentially could tie the game with Butcher at second, who doesn't run all that well. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Young Jr. Gatta takes a huge swing and fouls it straight back off of Tony, 1-1. Gatta has 4 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Decided to spin to win on that inside fastball and just did get a piece. Second and third, 2 out. Gatta trying to bring the Stompers closer in the 7th, trailing 10-8. Young Jr.'s 1-1. Gatta takes a 2-seamer that tails too far inside, ball 2. Jacob Barfield, the right-handed hitter, on deck, and what would be a matchup that favored him against Young Jr. on the hill, or if Napa decided to bring in the new left-hander to face him. The 2-1 to Gatta. Low, ball 3. They do have a base open over at first, with runners at second and third. Gatta, the left-hander, digs in. Young Jr. set at the chest. The 3-1 delivery to Gatta. That's outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. Jacob Barfield coming to the plate. Will it be Young Jr. or will it be a new left-hander for Napa? Tito Fuentes Jr. is on the top step of the Napa dugout, and he is 1 step out of the dugout. And it looks like he's going to stay put. Bases loaded, 2 out. Young Jr. and Barfield. The first pitch inside on the corner to Barfield, and it's called a strike, 0-1. He lunged out of the way like it was going to hit him, and it tailed back to the corner, said Gary Frieders. Bases loaded, 2 out, a 2-run ball game. The 0-1 pitch. Change-up swung on and missed, and Barfield's in a hole, 0-2. 1 for 4 in the game with a double. That came back in the first inning, and Barfield trying to tie this thing at least in the bottom of the 7th. 10-8, Napa leads. Young Jr. from the windup, his 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Tony, ball 1. Barfield with 15 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Trying to bring the Stompers all the way back. Young works from the windup. He kicks the 1-2 pitch. Taken down low, and the count evens up at 2-2. Barfield climbs back in, the right-handed hitter. Young Jr. starts the windup. His 2-2. All the way over Nico Tony, all the way to the backstop, and a hard kick off the backstop keeps Matt Hibbert at third base. Stompers cannot capitalize on the wild pitch there as it hit and bounced right back to Nico Tony. And Matt Hibbert, who's arguably the fastest Stomper on the team, unable to score on that wild pitch. The count's full. Nowhere to put Barfield. Runners will get a head start. Chris Quitzer's on deck. Hibbert at third, Butcher at second, Gata at first, and now Jacob Barfield calls time. One run in the inning already. The Racing Romero sacrifice fly to score Pedro Barrios. Young Juniors payoff pitch to Barfield, swung on and missed. Barfield strikes out with the bases loaded, and the Stompers only able to score 1 here in the 7th. So we'll head to the 8th inning, a 2-run ball game, middle third of the order coming up for Napa.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
Four, 5, 6 against Marshall Schill, who will enter the game after Lenny Guizdala throws an inning, allows a hit, strikes out the side. Tony Morley Bethencourt, 4, 5, 6 against the sidearm right-hander Marshall Schill at 6 foot. From Cottonwood, Arizona, his first pitch, his slider, is taken outside by Tony. 1 ball and no strikes. Schill, no record, a 3.42 ERA. In 23 2/3, he's allowed 27 hits, struck out 26, and walked 11. From the stretch, the right-hander is 1-0, and Tony takes on the inside corner, 1-1. You'll see the sidearm fastball from Schill, 88-91. And the slider with tremendous lateral movement. The occasional changeup from Schill, his 1-1 pitch. Tony takes a slider, inches off the outside corner for ball 2. Top of the 8th, 10-8. Stompers trail. Straight to the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 2-1 fastball shot through the right side, a leadoff single for Nico Tony. Over in San Rafael, they're in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the Admirals 6, the Pacifics 2. Here's Brian Morley, 1 for 4 in the game with an RBI. Barfield holds on Tony at first after the single to open the inning. Schill's first pitch to Morley, a 2-seamer for strike 1 on the outside corner. Nothing in 1 on Morley, the right-handed hitter. Schill, the sidearm right-hander, is 0-1. A slider swung on and missed. Morley had no chance. Way ahead of Morley, 0-2. DeAngelis, Hibbert, Williams in the outfield. Quincer, Romero, Gata, and Barfield holds on the runner at first. Butcher sets the target. Does he go back to the slider on 0-2? He does, and Morley pops it up and out of play off to the right side. Schill at 6 foot, 195 pounds, a 24-year-old from Cottonwood, Arizona. Way ahead of Morley, 0-2. 2 straight sliders. Will he go back to it, or will he go back to the fastball here on 0-2? Long pause, now the pitch. He goes to the slider and misses outside, ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes on the designated hitter, Brian Morley. Schill looks over the shoulder at first. Checks on Tony. Spins and fires, and they have Tony picked off. Barfield running him down towards second. He'll give way to Romero. And now Marshall Schill to Gata, who applies the tag. 1, 3, 6, 1, 4 for the first out. They pick off Tony. So they pick off Nico Tony for the first out here in the top of the 8th inning. The count is 1-2 on Brian Morley. Bases empty and 1 out. Schill still working from the stretch. The 1-2 slider swung on and missed. Strikeout for Marshall Schill, 2 away. Here is Dominic Bethencourt. Bethencourt 0 for 3 in the game. He has struck out. He has walked and scored. First pitch from Marshall Schill to Bethencourt, a 2-seamer high and away. One ball and no strikes on Bethencourt, the right-handed hitter. Schill's 1-0. Swung on and fouled straight back. Fastball in the inner half, 1-1. A 2-run game, and the Stompers have 3, 4, 5 coming up in the bottom of the 8th. Either against Young or somebody else out of the Napa bullpen. A left-hander was warming up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Shill's 1-1 pitch. Slider outside, 2-1. Two balls and one strike. Schill ready at the belt. Here's the pitch to Bethencourt, and a fastball swung on and missed. Two and two on Bethencourt, the third baseman. Hibbert in center, shading a couple steps the other way against Bethencourt toward right center field. Shield deals on 2-2, and Bethencourt fights off a fastball, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deep on the left side of the infield against Bethencourt. The 2-2 again from Schill. A slider swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Marshall Schill. And a 1-2-3 eighth. Quitzer, DeAngelis, Williams in the Stomper half of the eighth.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Quitzer is going to lead things off against left-hander Jackson Webb. And one appearance for Webb. He threw 2 innings, allowed 2 runs on 2 hits. Struck out 3, walked 2. He has an ERA of 9. Webb, the left-hander, at 5'11". He'll face Quitzer, DeAngelis, and Williams, 2 lefties, and then a right-hander. And he works from the windup. His first pitch to Quitzer, inside with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. So Mark Young Jr. goes an inning, allows a run on a hit. Walks 2 and strikes out 1. The 1-0. Quitzer fouls off a fastball, 1-1. Quitzer 2 for 3 in the game. 2 singles, 3 runs batted in. 10-8 Stompers trail here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chasing 2 with 6 outs to work with. The 1-1. Breaking ball on the outside corner to Quitzer, 1-2. Ryan Richardson's up in the Stomper bullpen. The 1-2 pitch, and Quitzer chases and fights off a breaking ball, and the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quitzer, DeAngelis Williams. One and two with the bases empty to open the bottom of the 8th. Gar's way toward right center, the 1-2, and Quitzer yanks it foul down the first baseline. Gillespie out of the game. He ends the night 0 for 4. The DeAngelis, who came into left field in the 7th inning, is going to hit in the 4 spot. The 1-2 again from Webb, and Quitzer pops it up down the left field line. Out goes Bethencourt, the third baseman. He makes the catch and then falls to the turf. Quitzer retired for the first out in the bottom of the 8th. And now around DeAngelis. DeAngelis batting .276 with 6 home runs and 32 runs batted in. He'll face the left-hander Jackson Webb. First pitch to DeAngelis, a breaking ball inside from Webb, 1-0. Bottom of the 7th in center fell 6-3 Vallejo. DeAngelis ahead in the count, 1-0. The pitch from Webb. Swung on and shot foul out of play over the third base dugout, 1-1. Miles Williams on deck, Pedro Barrios to follow if we get there. Webb's 1-1. DeAngelis fights a breaking ball off, fouling it straight back, and the count moves to 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes on DeAngelis. Left-handed hitter. Here's Webb's 1-2. Breaking ball hits him. DeAngelis, his first plate appearance of the night. He's hit by a pitch for the 5th time this year. And here comes Tito Fuentes Jr. out of the dugout. And we'll have a change. Webb faces 2 hitters, gets Quitzer to pop up, hits DeAngelis. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. A new pitcher to face Miles Williams with a runner at first, 1 out in the 8th. Stompers trail 10-8. Kyle Chavez, the 6-foot right-hander from St. Petersburg, Florida, will enter the game to face Miles Williams. This will be his 18th appearance, a 2.17 ERA, 32 strikeouts and 3 walks for Chavez. He's allowed just 5 earned runs on 22 hits in 20 and 2/3. DeAngelis at first after being hit by the pitch with 1 out. Williams at the plate. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI hit in the ballgame. Chavez is sidearm right-hander. Spins and throws to first, and DeAngelis back standing up. Salas, the second baseman, playing up the middle. Double play depth. And now Tony's going to go out and talk to Chavez. Hasn't even thrown a pitch yet. Two trying to get on the same page, maybe. Decide what they want to throw to Miles Williams. He's a tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 8th. 10-8 our score. Tony pats Chavez on the backside and now makes his way back to home plate. A lot of room in right center for Williams with which to work. Gar in center field is pulled over toward the pull side gap, and Anderson is about 90 feet off the line in right. DeAngelis at first, 1 out. Chavez set his first pitch to Williams. A two-seamer called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. DeAngelis leads the team with 14 stolen bases. Williams a tying run at the plate. Chavez at the belt. The 0-1. DeAngelis goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. Tony's thrown down to second. Hits DeAngelis. Skips out to short left center field. And now he'll go to third. DeAngelis steals second. Advances to third. The pitch was taken low by Williams. The count is 1-1. The throw down to second was on one hop. DeAngelis sliding in. It hit DeAngelis and ricocheted out past shortstop onto the grass, and DeAngelis went to third. The count is 0-2 on Miles Williams. The pitch was a strike at the plate, so DeAngelis is at third. The 0-2, a slider swung on and missed. Chavez comes in, strikes out Williams for the second out, and now Pedro Barrios will come up. It'll take a hit to get the run home now. Chavez enters the game with 5 right-handers lined up. No lefties available off the bench. DeAngelis was the only one. 2 out. DeAngelis leads from third. First pitch to Barrios. Fastball in for strike 1. Barrios 2 for 4, a base hit and a double. Nothing in 1 the count. Barrios, the tying run at the plate. The 0-1 pitch. Slider, a half-hearted swing from Barrios. He goes all the way around, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Chavez way ahead. Right-hander set with 2 out. The 0-2. Slider punched into short center field. Gar is there. He makes the catch. Stompers get a man to third with 1 out and cannot score. And we go to the 9th inning. A 2-run ball game. Napa leads 10-8.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
The bottom third of the order, Olch, Salas, Anderson, with the Stompers trailing 10-8. Richardson, the 5'10 right-hander from Spokane, Washington. He works from the stretch. His first pitch to Nick Olch, a fastball at the knees, called a strike. Richardson 1-0 with a 0.68 ERA. This will be his 28th appearance. In 26 1/3, he's allowed 2 earned runs on 12 hits. He struck out 37 and walked 2. On 0-1 to Olch. Swung on and missed. Fastball in the outside corner, and Richardson's way ahead. And with the left-hander at the plate, you can almost guarantee that he'll throw the wicked changeup here to Olch, the left-hander. Richardson, one of the best changeups you'll see in the league, if not the best. From the belt on 0-2 to Olch. Swung on and missed. There it was. Butcher blocks it. He'll throw to first. That completes the strikeout. And a strikeout for Richardson opens the ninth. One away here is Willie Salas. He's 0 for 1, struck out and walked in the game. Salas, right-handed hitter against Richardson. Butcher sets the target. Richardson deals. His first pitch to Salas on the ground to short. Romero fields down to the shoe tops on 3 hops and throws him out at first. Nobody on and 2 away. Jordan Anderson will hit. Richardson trying to get us to the bottom of the 9th in a 2-run game. It's the bottom third of the order. Hibbert, Butcher, and Romero. Stompers will need to get a base runner first. Here's the first pitch to Anderson. Richardson misses outside, ball 1. The first ball he's thrown in the inning. He's only thrown 5 pitches. You get the first 2 outs. Is 1-0. Anderson hits it in the air, right center field. That's slicing toward Williams. He dives, and it's past him all the way to the wall. Anderson heading for second. He'll round it and head to third. The relay throw from Gata on 1 hop, and they got him. Hibbert to Gata to Quitzer. 8, 4, 5. That ends the inning. A 1-2-3 ninth for Richardson. Hibbert, Butcher, and Romero. Who's going to be the hero? Stompers trail by 2 as we go to the bottom of the 9th.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Kasasa checking, Kasasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Kasasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Kasasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
Here in the bottom of the ninth inning, trailing 10-8. The sidearm Chavez, his first pitch to Matt Hibbert, a slider. Swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. Stompers trying to make the comeback here in the bottom of the ninth. They have the bottom third of the order. They're in the top of the eighth. In center field, Vallejo leads 6-3. Chavez on 0-1 to Hibbert. A fastball at the letters, a called strike, and it's 0-2. Hibbert 0 for 2 in the game. A couple of walks from the center fielder on his 31st birthday. Chavez from the stretch on 0-2, and Hibbert pops a slider up and out of play. Napa trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Stompers trying to stop this 2-game skid tonight. No balls and 2 strikes on Matt Hibbert, Butcher, and then Romero to follow. 10-8 Napa. Chavez saw 0-2. Fastball misses low for ball 1. First things first, Stompers need a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Hibbert looking for his first hit tonight. Chavez downhill on 1-2. A slider taken way outside. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hibbert, the right-handed hitter, back in the box. Garn centers, shading him toward right center a few steps. Salas, the second baseman, on the grass at deep second. The 2-2. Fastball low, and the count is full on Hibbert. He's walked twice in the game already tonight with Bronson Butcher on deck. Chavez, who hardly walks anybody, just 3 in 20 and 2/3. The payoff. Slider swung on and missed. 1 out, and Bronson Butcher will come to the plate. Trying to get a base runner any way. Butcher is 1 for 3, a single. He was hit by a pitch. First pitch from Chavez, a fastball low, ball 1. Butcher, the right-handed hitting catcher, he has 3 home runs and 16 runs batted in. The 1-0 from Chavez. Two-seamer inside, ball 2. Somebody trying to get on here in the bottom of the 9th. The 2-0. Butcher takes inside, 3-0. Chavez has faced 3 hitters. He's retired all 3. His 3-0 coming to Bronson Butcher. On the inside corner with a fastball, 3-1. Butcher with the open stance from the right side. Chavez below the belt. The 3-1 pitch. On the outside corner, and the count is full for the second straight hitter. Romero on deck with nobody on and 1 out. Chavez on 3-2 to Butcher the pitch, and that is lined down the left field line and rolling into foul territory. Butcher puts on the brakes around first. Second hit of the night for Bronson Butcher, a single to left, and the tying run's coming to the plate. Racing Romero's coming up. 1 for 2, a walk, a sacrifice fly. 3 home runs and 9 driven in on the season for Romero. Against Kyle Chavez, trying to pick up his 3rd save. Chavez with a man at first and 1 out. His first pitch to Romero, a check swing, and it hits off the knob of the bat. Strike 1 on Romero. No balls, 1 strike. Butcher at first, 1 out. 10-8. Stompers trail bottom of the 9th. Romero looking for his 2nd hit of the night. Butcher is short lead at first. Chavez on 0-1. Outside with a slider, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nick Gata on deck. Connors and Salas double play depth. Bethencourt at third, a step and a dive from the line, and Montalongo holds on Butcher at first. 1-1 the count. Chavez from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. The slider inside, ball 2. Romero ahead in the count, 2-1 on Chavez. Butcher the first man to reach against Chavez with a single down the left field line. The 2-1 pitch. Romero breaks his bat on a bleeder into foul territory. Bethencourt over, he dives, and he can't get it. The count evens at 2-2 on Racing Romero, who snapped his bat, and he'll need a new piece of wood. Vallejo has extended their lead over San Rafael 7-3 now in the top of the 8th inning. So Romero's going to doctor up a new bat. The count is 2-2 against Kyle Chavez. Hibbert struck out to open the inning. Butcher single down the left field line. And now Romero trying to get Gata to the plate. Romero's the tying run. Straight away in the outfield against Romero. Chavez on 2-2. Slider called strike 3 on the outside corner. Romero down looking for the second out. Stompers down to their final out. And Nick Gata coming to the plate. Got Romero looking on the slider on the outside corner. First pitch to Nick Gata. Slider inside, ball 1. Montelongo at first will play behind the base runner, Bronson Butcher. One ball, no strikes on Nick Gata. Drove in a run earlier in the game on a ground out. The 1-0. Butcher goes. The pitch is taken low. No stolen base for Bronson Butcher. Two balls and no strikes. Gata stands in. Chavez at the belt. The 2-0. Gata takes low. Ball 3. Jacob Barfield on deck. 3-0 on Nick Gata, the left-hander at the plate. Chavez. The 3-0 delivery. At the letters, a called strike 3-1. Butcher at second and 2 out. Gata, who's walked twice in the game tonight, tripled. The 3-1. Inside, ball 4, and that brings the winning run to the plate. Jacob Barfield comes up. He's 1 for 5 with a double, and that came back in the first inning. Be a tough at bat for Barfield against Chavez, the sidearm right-hander. 15 home runs and 31 runs batted in for Jacob Barfield. Gata's the tying run at first. Barfield the winning run at the plate. With 2 out. First pitch from Chavez, a slider through the front door for a called strike, 0-1. (10-8), bottom of the ninth. Butcher at second. Gata at first after the walk. Barfield, the right-handed hitter, behind in the count, 0-1. The pitch from Chavez. Slider outside, 1-1. Chavez, the right-hander from the stretch. Set his 1-1. Barfield pops up the slider. Foul territory, first base side. Montelongo over. He runs out of room. Stompers down to their final strike tonight. Jacob Barfield trying to extend the inning for Chris Quintzer on deck. One ball and 2 strikes. Butcher leads from second. Gata from first. 2 out. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball into left field. That falls for a base hit. Butcher will be held at third. A base hit to left for Jacob Barfield, and the bases are loaded for Chris Quitzer. Quitzer, the left-hander, coming to the plate. 2 for 4 in the game with a couple of hits and 3 RBIs. And now Tito Fuentes Jr. will come out of the dugout, and he'll take the walk to the mound. Will it be Chavez to face Quitzer? The matchup would favor Quitzer heavily with that slider from Chavez that is so tough on right-handers. Fuentes will leave him in the game to face the left-hander Chris Quitzer. Butcher is at third. Gata at second. He's the tying run. Jacob Barfield over at first. Quitzer tonight, 2 for 4, 2 singles, 3 RBIs, a walk. Quitzer on the season hitting .303 with men in scoring position. Bases loaded and 2 out. Chavez from the stretch. The first pitch to Quitzer. A slider at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. Salas at second base is very deep. He's in shallow right. Connors, the shortstop, deep at his normal shortstop position. The 0-1 to Quitzer is inside and low, 1-1. So a ground ball up the middle on the right side would tie the game, with Salas playing very deep at second and Connors still on the left side of the infield. Here's the 1-1. Quitzer yanks it foul down the right field line, and now the Stompers once again down to their final strike. 1-2 on Quitzer with 6 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Stompers trying to come all the way back here in the 9th, trailing by 2. Gata is the tying run. Barfield the winning run at first. 1-2, Chavez set. The pitch to Quitzer. On the ground, up the middle, Connors dive. That's into center field, a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. Barfield on his way to third. A 2-run double for Chris Quitzer, and we're tied at 10. Third hit of the night for Chris Quitzer. A 2-run double to center. He's driven in 5. And now, Rob DeAngelis with second and third and 2 out. Tied at 10, Rob DeAngelis, who was hit by a pitch, his first plate appearance in the 8th. The first pitch from Chavez. And DeAngelis takes a 2-seam fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. DeAngelis hitting .313 with men in scoring position this year. 0-1 the count. Barfield the winning run at third. Chavez on 0-1, and DeAngelis takes a slider low. 1 ball in, 1 strike the count. Stompers staring right in the face of their second walk-off win this year. The other was a walk-off walk against the Silverados. Here's the 1-1. Inside to DeAngelis, a slider ball 2. A walk-off walk for Nick Gata. Barfield's at third, Quitzer at second. Tied at 10 in the bottom of the 9th. The 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Miles Williams on deck. He's faced Chavez already and struck out tonight. Three and 1 on Rob DeAngelis, the left-hander at the plate. The 3-1 pitch from Chavez. DeAngelis swings through it, and the count is full. They do have first base open. DeAngelis trying to come through in the bottom of the 9th inning. A winning run at third. The payoff from Chavez. A breaking ball popped up, shallow center. Out goes Connors, the shortstop. He's calling for it, and he makes the catch. Stompers tie it in the bottom of the 9th. Extra innings for the first time this year. Tied at 10. We'll go to the 10th.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
For the Stompers this year, so we'll run down the rules for you. Each team will start with runners at first and second with the international rule. So Jordan Anderson is going to start at second base for Napa, and Willie Salas will be at first base. Dakota Connors will lead things off, and Ryan Richardson in his second inning of work here tonight. So the international tiebreaker rule puts runners at first and second, still nobody out to open the inning. Connors, Gar, and Montalongo, 1, 2, 3. Jacob Barfield at first will play in, protecting against the bunt, and a throw back to second base, and they picked off Anderson. Ryan Richardson steps off the back of the rubber and picks off Jordan Anderson. Are you kidding me? To start the inning, you get first and second, and Richardson just made the inning a whole lot easier. Still not out of the woods. He hasn't even thrown a pitch yet. Man at first, one out. Dakota Connors is at the plate with a man at first and one out now. Richardson's first pitch on a line softly to Romero at short. 2 out. How about that? Richardson picks off Jordan Anderson at second base, throws one pitch to Jordan Gar, and he lines it softly into the glove of Romero at short for the second out. Here is Jordan Gar, the center fielder. He's had one appearance at the plate tonight, and he walked. So Richardson His first pitch, Salas goes, and Gar swings and misses. The throw down to second base is going to be late. 0-1 the count on Jordan Gar. Salas steals second. Nothing in one on Jordan Gar, right-handed hitter. Salas is at second with 2 out. Richardson from the stretch is 0-1. Gar takes a changeup off the inside corner, 1-1. First extra inning game for the Stompers this year, at home or on the road. First extra inning game, period. They're on the top of the ninth in San Rafael. Vallejo 7, San Rafael 3. Richardson on 1-1. He comes home to Gar. And the pitch is swung on and in and out of the glove of Bronson Butcher. Gar did not get a piece. It's going to be a pass ball. So now the task gets a little bit taller for Ryan Richardson. Salas moves to third on the pass ball. The count is 1-2 on Jordan Gar. One ball, 2 strikes. Richardson at the belt with a man at third and 2 out. The 1-2 to Gar. Out back to the screen. Anderson and Salas were put on first and second for the international tiebreaker rule. Anderson was picked off before Richardson threw a pitch. Dakota Connors lined softly to Romero at short for the second out. Salas is at third, the 1-2. Gar swung on and missed. Ryan Richardson strikes out Jordan Gar. That ends the top half of the 10th. The Stompers will have Williams, Barrios, and Hibbert, and first and second in the bottom of the 10th inning. And they'll try and walk it off against Napa for the second time this year. Hold on. Stompers big bats coming up.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Miles Williams will lead it off in the bottom of the 10th inning. They're going to put Rob DeAngelis out at second base. Chris Quitzer is going to be at first with the international tiebreaker rule. And now they're going to say, are they going to try and switch them? Now Zach Pace is going to come in and talk to Gary Frieders and Ron Adams. First time the Stompers have had to do that this year. Right now they have DeAngelis at second and Quitzer at first, and Adams and Frieders saying that the Stompers may have to switch them up. DeAngelis, the much faster runner, out at second. So as they sort this out, Miles Williams, Pedro Barrios, and Matt Hibbert against Kyle Chavez, the sidearm right-hander, in his third inning of work. And yes, they are going to switch him. So they'll put Chris Quitzer at second base and Rob DeAngelis at first. And due to that, Nick Kern is now out of the dugout and possibly pinch running in this situation. So Kern's out of the dugout. Are they going to pinch run, or are they just going to leave him? We'll have to see. No signal yet. So they put Quitzer at second and DeAngelis at first. Miles Williams at the plate. He does not have a sacrifice bunt yet this year in the first pitch to him, and it hit him. Miles Williams hit by the pitch. He goes to first. The 11th time this year he's been hit. The bases are loaded for Barrios, and now it just takes one. So everybody's going to come in the outfield for Napa. Pedro Barrios coming to the plate. He's 2 for 5 tonight. Stompers trying to walk it off for the second time this year and the second time against Napa. The first pitch to Barrios, a fastball down low, 1-0. And now Tito Fuentes Jr. out of the dugout, and he wants to talk to Gary Frieders, and now he's going to go out to the mound. So Fuentes wants to go out and talk. The whole infield's going to come in. With the international tiebreaker rule, Quitzer was put at second. DeAngelis was put at first.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Trying to snap the 2-game skid. So they're going to put 5 infielders on the infield. Bethencourt's at third. Gar is going to be at second, coming in from center field. Connors is at short. Montalong is at first, and they put Willie Salas right up the middle in that rover position. 5-man infield. Olch is in left. Anderson's in right. Nobody in center. 1 ball and no strikes to Pedro Barrios. Here's the pitch from Chavez. He fouls it away down the right field line, and the count evens at 1-1. Barrios, Hibbert, Butcher. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Barrios, the 26-year-old infielder from Venezuela. And a 1-1 count against Kyle Chavez. Right-hander set with the 5-man infield. The 1-1. Swung on and hit into left center field. Olch comes in. That's going to fall for a base hit. The throw's going to be late. And Pedro Barrios has walked it off. A base hit to left center. And the Stompers win it 11-10 in 10 innings here tonight. Pedro Barrios being chased around. They dump the ice water on him, and the Stompers all around him out at second base. The intentional tiebreaker rule put runners at first and second. Williams was hit by a pitch, and Pedro Barrios plays hero here tonight, the Venezuelan infielder. A walk-off single to left center, the second time the Stompers have walked off here this year in the final through 10. Stompers 11, Silverados 10. Final line score here in tonight's ball game. For the Stompers, 11 runs on 13 hits, no errors. They strand 15. Napa, 10 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. They leave 9. Ryan Richardson gets the win here tonight. He is 2-0 on the season. And Kyle Chavez gets the loss. He is 1-2. Final time of tonight's ball game, 3 hours and 41 minutes. And the Stompers' second walk-off win of the season. The magic number is now 6 for the Stompers. And as we look at the game down in San Rafael, well, they're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Vallejo leads that game 7-3. And so if San Rafael loses tonight, the Stompers would pick up 2 games, and the magic number would be down to 5 with 13 games left to play. Pedro Barrios is the hero tonight as the Stompers improve to 37-14 on the season, and right now the lead at 8 games. 11-4 overall against Napa and 26-7 here in this ballpark this year. We're back here tomorrow night at 6:05. The Salina Stockade, after a night off tonight, will come and play the Stompers before we go on the road Sunday afternoon. Stompers win 11-10 in 10 innings here tonight, the second walk-off win of the season. That does it for us, for everybody here with Sonoma TV and everybody with the Stompers. I'm Forrest Hunt. So long, everybody. Stompers walk it off 11-10. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a very pleasant, good rest of your night.